All right, all right, all right. This morning I weighed in at 198.8 pounds. This is 38 pounds weight loss in 6 months. Today is August 25th, 2018, and I just blew right by 199. Sometimes it happens like that. And I just wanted to take this opportunity, if there's anybody new out there that's on the fence about starting a keto diet, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what it is and how to get started. And if I talk to some people that think it's something new, that it's a fad, but the keto way of eating has been around as long as there's been humans on the face of the earth. Our ancestors ate meat and what fat came along with it from any animal they could run down and catch and kill and eat. But then, as far as a therapeutic use for it, it was kind of, I guess, from the research that I've done, it looks like it was the late 1800s. It was used for weight loss. And then they also found that the type 1 diabetes patients, they could prolong their life with a ketogenic diet and put some weight on them, because they were just wasting away and dying from type 1 diabetes. Up until the early 1920s, when insulin came along. And along about that same time, 1921, there was a doctor at the Mayo Clinic that did a trial on some epilepsy patients, and they found that with diet they could control their seizures. And I think for many, many years it was used especially in children that had seizures. Now, affecting the brain, that's a more strict ketogenic diet. It is more leans more toward 90% of your calories from fat, 6% from protein, and 4% from carbohydrates, which today we use 75 fat, 20% protein, and 5% from carbohydrates. And what happens in the body when you switch from using glucose for fuel, your liver will start turning fat into fatty acids and ketones. And then when the levels of ketones in your blood rises, you are in a state of ketosis, which your brain's very happy burning ketones, and it seems like your whole body is happy burning ketones. And it just has a variety of therapeutic benefits. And also, in addition to the macronutrient ratio, the frequency of eating influences ketosis. You may have heard of intermittent fasting, and where you eat within a certain window. You may fast for 16, 18, 20 hours, and then the rest of the day is your feeding window. And this kind of happens naturally when you become fat adapted, and that varies from person to person. Some people, it'll take them as long as 3 months to truly become fat adapted, where your body is burning the fat off your body. Then your appetite is just severely decreased. The cravings go away, and this happens for some people the first couple of weeks. And when you're not hungry, you start skipping meals, just eating fewer calories, and and then the weight loss just happens. Now, everybody is different. We all have different illnesses, different diseases in our bodies that we're trying to heal. Now, whether you're like me, insulin resistant, inflammation, heart disease, if you just want to lose some weight, or if you just want to have more energy, ketogenic diet helps with that. It also helps with brain health. There needs to be a lot more studies on that. And more studies. It's also, some people use it as an added therapy for certain cancer treatments or a cancer prevention. It just depends on what you're trying to heal as to what your macros will be, or if you want to incorporate fasting or not. And so how to get started on a ketogenic diet, just the main thing, I mean, you don't have to count anything if you don't want to, except the carbohydrates. If you keep your carbohydrates to less than 20 grams per day, you will guaranteed get into ketosis. And that's just a blanket statement for anyone in the world. That is the magic number, 20 grams per day. Some people, if you're just looking to lose weight, some people will start losing weight if they just drop their diet down to 100 grams per day or 70 grams per day. And some people will even, their bodies will revert over to producing ketones at 50 grams per day. And, again, it just depends on what you're trying to heal and how deep in ketosis you want to go, or if you want to stay in ketosis 24/7, or if you want to, it doesn't hurt to dip in and out. That's what our bodies were meant to do. We've just bombarded them with so many carbs. My body hasn't had to burn any fat in decades. So rule number 1 is 20 grams of carbs per day or less. Moderate protein. You want to eat enough protein to maintain your lean muscle, and then add fat to your meals enough to satisfy you from one meal to the next, and no snacking. You may have to ease into that one, but it's doable. Eat when hungry, and don't eat if you're not hungry. And if you do decide to start this diet, you're going to want to increase your salt intake to try to slow down. There is just going to be a massive water flush out of your body. And with that goes your minerals, your sodium, potassium, magnesium. So you're probably going to, well, not probably, most everyone needs to supplement their potassium and magnesium. Or you're going to have headaches, muscle cramps, maybe leg cramps at night. So just go ahead and have that on hand before you start this diet. And also, before you start this diet, if you're on any medications, if you're just healthy and wanting to lose some weight, just jump right into it. But if you're on any kind of medications, you're going to want to contact your doctor. And especially if you're on medications for high blood pressure or diabetes, because within that first week, especially the diabetes medications, it's probably going to have to be decreased. Some people cut their insulin in half, or their oral medications. I had to totally stop my metformin the very first week. But I am very insulin resistant. So it just, it depends on where you are metabolically, how metabolically healthy you are. Okay, so, hopefully your doctor will be on board with what you're doing. Then to start, you just make your next meal a keto meal, which looks like 3 to 4 ounces of protein, meat or eggs, and a small amount of vegetables, and then just add the fat to satisfy you till the next meal. And if you find you get hungry between meals, add more fat to your meals. I use my FitnessPal, the free version, for tracking my macros, my calories, my progress. I was feeling kind of down on myself because, I know my weight loss has slowed down, and in my head, it felt like I'm probably only losing a pound or less per week. But when I was keying in my new low weight this morning, I looked back just 1 month, and I have lost 7.8 pounds in the past month. So that's very respectable. I am super happy with that. And if you need meal plans, I got my meal plan from dietdoctor.com on the internet, and also ruled.me is just a wealth of information. So that's all I have for today. Hope y'all have a fabulous rest of the day.